game. Games like that. Athletes love games like that.
How, dis- how disappointing would it have been to not make that comeback? I mean, you guys are beyond moral victories now. Would that have been a huge disappointment? I mean,
Oh, definitely. We were up 18 with 9 minutes left or 10 minutes. I don't remember, but if we didn't make that comeback, it'd be really disappointing because really need this win. But thank God we stayed together and executed our game plan and got the comeback.
What did you see on that final play when Chris tossed you that ball?
I know Chris is gonna shoot it, right? And so I'm cutting because LeBron was ball watching, so I had to cut. But Chris saw me in the cut. I don't know if it was a great pass, but it was a good pass. Thank God I got the ball and I got the N1.
What do you see when it hits the floor? Is it just
Hustle. You gotta go get it. It's who wants it more. You gotta go get that ball. Especially in time down the stretch like that, you gotta dive for the ball. You gotta get that ball. There's no way you can just leave that ball down the floor.
on the defensive possession before you tossed the ball over your head? Did you see Tony on that one when you threw it over your head and saved it as it was going out of bounds on that rebound on the defensive end?
Our defense, I don't know which play you're talking about, but probably I saw him before. To throw the ball, so I probably saw him. That's it. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
It was a tough game. You're playing against the best player in the world. They're really good players, so they've been playing high-level basketball, but we had to finish the game out. We let them back in. We took our foot off the gas a little bit, but I thought we did a good job closing the game.
The fourth quarter has been tough the last few games. So what was the adjustment, especially when Cleveland went on that run, 24-2 to take the lead?
What were the adjustments?
Yeah.
We were able to get stops down the stretch, rebound the ball, either get to the line or get open looks on the offensive end.
I think you score with 9:38 left, and then you guys don't score again until you score that corner three with 3:38 left. During that 6-minute scoreless stretch, what's going through your guys' head?
Got to find a way to put it in the basket. We needed the confidence. We needed to see it go through the rim. Everybody, I felt like during that stretch was second-guessing themselves, hesitating. So, open shots were turning into, tough shots because we were hesitating. But I thought, being able to finally hit a shot and get stops on the defensive end really helped us.
I know it's only December, but how big is that win, and how much fun was it out there to beat a team like Cleveland?
It's huge. Our fans were great tonight, but it's huge, especially coming off of a 3-game skid. Playing a team like Cleveland and being able to beat them is an accomplishment, regardless of your record or anything. So that's huge for our confidence, and we're going to use it going forward.
For 2 straight games here, I think 20 for you last night, and then 16 in this one. What's been going right for you personally?
Just playing with confidence, being aggressive out there, and not overthinking anything. Just not being hesitant at all.
On some of those plays, you see Giannis throw it off down, or you see LeBron throw it off Giannis's back, hit his step back. On nights like this, what's your thought process on a guy like LeBron?
You got to respect him. You just can't be scared of him. I think a lot of people are scared. They play scared. I don't think Giannis or any of us played scared tonight. LeBron is one of the greats, and he's going to hit tough shots, but you got to be able to live with them and limit everybody else around him.
Jason, obviously that one in doubt for a little bit at the end, but Giannis comes up and just makes 2 huge plays.
Yeah, Giannis was great tonight. I thought the team was great. Game of runs on both sides. And for us to not, we kind of bent, but we didn't break. And, Giannis made plays down the stretch. Just understand they stayed together. You're playing against one of the best teams in the world, and, understanding in Houston, we had breakdowns late. And tonight I think we capitalized and we took a step forward.
What stood out for you about Bledsoe's game? I mean, you're one of those guys that looks beyond what you see in the box score. He scored points, but it seemed like he was all over the court doing all kinds of little things, the kind of things you like. What did you see?
Well, he came up with steals. He's not afraid to guard the bigger guy and a switch. His heart, his determination, his grit is everything that we needed, and so you saw that tonight.
Jason, they completed a comeback about 5 minutes left in the game. You call a timeout. Seemed like there's a lot of ISO ball leading up to that timeout and maybe more concerted effort to move the ball around a little bit. in those possessions after the timeout. Was that a message during that timeout, or?
Well, I think it's easy as we watch that we moved the ball from the start for the first 3 quarters, and then we kind of just stopped and started to go into dribble. And dribble gets us in trouble. So when we can stay with the pass, we always find the open guy. And a lot of times that's Giannis. Giannis causes a problem, finds the open guy, or makes a play for himself. But for that stretch, they made threes. We didn't take them off the three, and they also got to the free throw line. So they extended the game that way. So there's something for us to learn on both sides of when you're down, understanding how to keep competing and how to get back in the game. And then on the other side, the game wasn't over. We could have folded, and understanding guys stood their ground defensively and offensively and found a way to win.
At the end, with Middleton missing that free throw intentionally, was that called from the bench, or was that kind of his own doing?
No, it was talked about as he was walking. We both talked about it as he's walking to the free throw line. My first response was to miss the second one. We'll take the bet of someone making it from the other side of the floor. Being a gambler, understanding if we did make that free throw, our luck, they get it inbounds at half court and we foul the 3-point shooter, and it's a 4-point play. So we'll take our chances with them heaving a full court shot.
Jason, big leads coming out of halftime have been a problem in the past for your guys, but today I think Henson had 11. You guys came out with a really strong third quarter. Was that an encouraging thing to see?
Yeah, I think, again, there's a lot of positives. This stretch has been tough. For us, understanding late games, we've had some breakdowns on both sides of the ball, and tonight it just showed that we executed on both ends after they made the run. No one panicked, and that just shows the maturity of that group in that locker room.
Obviously, you think about the scoring, but 10 assists for Middleton, 8 for Giannis. What does it mean if those two can move the ball and make plays for you guys?
Well, I think that means the other guys are making shots so that we can not just count on those two guys being scorers. And I think that leads to them being able to get more single coverage. When they have that type of line of being able to pass the ball, that means guys are knocking down shots, and that's what happened for the first 3 quarters.
Obviously, a number of guys come back from injury today. Tony hits one of those big threes that he always seems to be ready to do. What kind of lift did those guys give you?
Yeah, I think Delly gave us a big lift. I thought starting the first and third, he was limited to like 10 minutes. And then I thought, for Tony, he was limited to 20 minutes. And I thought he did a great job in his spot duty tonight.
When you look at the box score and see that LeBron was held without a rebound until the closing seconds, is that a shocking thing for you to see, knowing him as well as you do?
He had 39 points, so I think he dominated or tried to dominate the one thing, and that was scoring the ball. I mean, he shot the three at a very high rate, shot the free throw at a very high rate. It just shows how dominant he can be by just scoring the ball. He didn't have to have rebounds tonight. Both teams shot the ball extremely well there for a minute, and so for him, he was letting other guys get rebounds, I suppose.
Obviously, there's 8 other guys on the floor, but for you guys to get a win and for Giannis to go head-to-head with LeBron, what can that mean for Giannis as he continues to mature?
Yeah, I think for the team, it's a good win. The head-to-head thing, that's for you guys to write about. We can care less about that.
Thanks, Jason.